What's up guys, welcome back to the next video in learning Python. My name is QDSDani and you guys are watching my channel Korayawood. Okay, so in this video we're gonna show you guys what is list, our lists. So list is a collection of objects. And what is objects? I should put this one in uppercase. What is objects? Objects are like things. Think of objects like a table, like a chair, like a house, like a car, like a bus, anything that has properties. What by properties we mean color, we mean door, we mean anything that you guys gonna see inside the objects. It has a windows, it has a wiper, it has a tire. They are say in a car we can see all these things. On a bus, our it has methods such as it slows down, and there's methods are like a functions. What the functions of the bus is: it moves, it slows down, it brakes, it collects customer. They are all methods inside the so objects that have properties, methods, and events. Events means that if you go, when I hover around this one, say this is move, this is an event. When the car slows down, that's event, because the method we apply the function, and we put a functions means the stop, and we apply that one, and the process of the stopping or process of the slowing down is called event. Anything is an event. When you guys move is an event. When you move your head, that's event. When you move your mouse, that's event. So objects has a properties, methods, and events. And at the moment, think of objects as a thing, just a thing. Like we can see here, we put a table, and bed is an object, cupboard is an object, so everything is an object. So I forgot here the double quotation. Okay, and the second one is lists are like containers. Think a list, just think of list as a container that can hold a number of objects. So it's here we put a, that's a proper definition. If you guys look inside every book, it says a list is a collection of objects. That's a proper definition by all the computer scientists. Our you guys can think list like a container. It can hold a number of objects such as strings, number, or other lists, because as I said to you guys at the beginning of these videos, everything in Python is an object. Think of object as a, think of Python as a is an objects oriented language. So it means it revolves around objects. And lists are like containers that can hold a number of objects such as string, number, or other lists. Lists are mutable. It means the values can be changed. So here lists are mutable. It means element can be changed. It can be, you guys can modify, you guys can do anything. So list elements, each element, our values inside the list is called an item. So it's very easy. It's the objects, but it's more the proper definition. But you guys can each element, our values inside the list is called an item, because sometimes whenever you guys go and see somewhere about the list, and you guys gonna see the guys mention items or value. So whatever you guys gonna is the proper definition is that whatever inside the list, say here list yes Dani is you guys can call this values, or you guys the proper one is you guys can call it item. All items in the list are assigned to single variable. So if you look at here, there are items here that we have items, and we're going to assign it to single variable. You cannot have a two variable. So you cannot have a list say 1, for example, our list 2, for example. Here you can have this, you can have only 1. And a list can be single or nested list. So if you look at here, this is a say for example, if we come here, and as I said to you, this is a single list. This is a single list. We assign it to single variable. But what about that? It says that we have a nested list. So how you guys going to see the nested list? And the nested list is going to come a list within list. So we have another list. We put a 1 2 3, for example. You guys can have a ABC, for example. You guys can have any other literal string. It can you guys can have a list, which is the first one, and you guys can have another list, and we call it nested list. When you guys are going to see list, because this list inside is making nest inside another list, because that's what you guys, just like a for loop, and we say it's a nested for loop. That's exactly the same one with the list. List values can be modified because it's mutable. If it's immutable, it means you guys can't change it, but because it's immutable, it means you guys can change it. List values can be modified, added, removed, or changed. You guys can do anything. You guys can manipulate, you guys can modify, you can add, remove, change, delete, whatever you guys want to do. And look at here, this is a list of that nested list. And how you guys gonna put a list is that you guys put a list name, you guys open a bracket, close bracket, and item 1, item 2, item 3, item 4, 5, 10, 20, 100, all the way to item n. N means imaginary number, so that's how we put an item n. It means any number of items. Okay, and then here wood list, as I said to you guys, can have a number, it's gonna be table, and you guys gonna hear how you guys gonna put a wood list. And the list contains a table, a bed, cupboard, dining table, whatever. You guys gonna make a list for shopping, or you guys gonna make a list to buy items. Say if you guys going to Costco, or you guys going to Walmart, or whatever you Kmart, whatever you guys go, and you guys want to buy TV, bed, cupboard, whatever you guys want to put, and you guys gonna have a list, because so you guys don't forget. That's exactly in Python, but in Python it's a number of objects. That's exactly the same when you guys going shopping centers and buy objects. Okay, so this is a different list, and this list is got say strings, and have a integer, and have a string with a single quotation. You can have a different, and you guys can even have a trump as in your side, your list. So list can be a collection of the similar element, and we call it homogeneous. And you guys look in here, that's the first example, and they all have the same structure. It's a string object, and it can be contain different elements. It's called heterogeneous. And this is example of literal string, integer. Then you gotta have a literal string with a single quotation. Then you gotta have a float, and you guys at the end you guys have a Mr. Trump. So you guys can put this one inside the heterogeneous list, because it can contain a different elements. But if it's have the same element as in the case of this one, it means it's homogeneous. So homo means same, sameness, whatever. Hetero means different. That's the definition.